Greetings, traveler. I didn't think I'd be seeing you again, but here we are. Just like that cat that kept coming over here to do its business on my patio. I saw to him, though. Hit it with a brick and put it in the outside bin. Turns out it wasn't the serial pooper, but a first offender. Still, a crime was committed, so I feel that I was in the right. The little girl next door didn't agree, but she's too young to fully understand that although her pet is dead, justice was served.
Great. Okay, it's Dead Reckoning, Season 3, Episode 1, Halloween. Tonight we have Bob Harvey, down under thunder, real beaut fella, horror story teller, regaling us with his trip to LA and Mexico last Halloween. And then there's some movies and some shit about Valentine's Day. I tried.
Join us.
It should be my summer in horror.
My summer in horror.
You know, like what I did on my holidays.
I know what you did last horror.
I know what you did this summer.
Well, we don't know. We're asking.
Haven't they just rebooted that as well? Aren't they doing another one of those?
Yeah.
It got like 2% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I
And
saw
Jennifer
it.
Love Hewitt's come back in porg form or something, right? There was all those memes saying she's back in porg form. Yeah.
I saw this guy on Instagram having a rant about teenagers being rowdy in a cinema, and I was kind of on his side, and then he went, and it completely ruined I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot for me. I was like, oh, mate. Oh, fuck off. Right.
So it's a 2% rating. Did you see that a while ago there was that War of the Worlds that came out with Ice Cube, and they were saying it was like 5% or something. And it's funny because like someone I read a meme somewhere, I almost sent it to you guys, and it was like I don't care if it's if it's 90% or whatever. If it's at 5% or lower, I want to see how bad it is. I'm going to watch it anyway. And it's like, that whole train wreck. What am I watching that's that bad? Yeah.
If you set it up like that, you're probably not going to have a bad night, I'd say.
Yeah.
The amount of films I've watched, and I wish I'd have gone in with that kind of energy, to be honest.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Because 90 minutes is a fucking long time for a shit movie.
Yeah. Yep. I've watched some terrible movies like over the summer. I've watched some over Kirsty summer, our winter. I've watched some terrible movies. I watched Marshmallow. Oh my God, what a piece of shit that was. There's some other movies as well, but there's a cracking movie. Bring Her Back. You guys seen that yet? The Aussie movie?
Oh yeah.
Who's that? Who's grunting?
That was sorry. I've had a respiratory illness and I was getting excited.
Can't make normal sound.
Yeah, that Bring Her Back, that affected me. Hey, I couldn't watch a horror movie for like a month after it.
So good, and what a perfect follow-up to Talk to Me.
Yep.
For those guys. Oh God, it's so good. So good.
There's a couple of scenes in there that still they're like, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny, it did have that like Ari Aster like Hereditary sort of vibe to it as well.
Yeah.
That sort of like impending doom, and just like any of the sort of death scenes are just how gritty and real and like, oh wow.
Yeah. And it felt it felt very. Now that you mention it, that Hereditary thing, it's probably the way it's shot, like even the angles and things that they chose. Like it was really I was uncomfortably tense throughout the entire movie, and that level of tension is what I crave when I watch this sort of stuff. I don't care how gory things. I couldn't care less how gory things are. But if I feel uncomfortable watching it, that's what I'm there for. And that movie absolutely rattled me. Rattled me.
It's that difference between like the sort of Hollywood sheen sort of death scene where you could see someone literally explode from, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But then when it comes to like someone like that just doing, here's a dead person, you're like, oh, wow, that's Jesus, it's hard.
Yeah, hearing bones crunch, those sorts of things is like, those little, that's, yep.
Great movie.
Kirsty, Jed, if you haven't seen that one yet, put it on your list.
Oh,
it's already on my list, but the problem is, like, the only time I can actually watch horror films is when Lewis is out of the house because he doesn't like them. So I have to wait for him to go to band practice. And the last couple of times to band practice, he's been like, he was finally out of the house. I was like, great, I'm going to watch this. And I was going to watch it, genuinely had it ready to go. And he messaged me and he was like, I'm coming home, I've got vertigo. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, oh, God.
Where does he practice?
The moon.
We're practicing in the penthouse today.
I was just like, oh, man.
Is this right? Level 14?
It is
just like on top of a big crane.
So I've not managed to get it watched yet.
The last one I watched was Clown in a Cornfield. I bet you can't guess what it's about.
The wonders of combine harvesting.
The stock market crash.
Oh, it was so shit. I literally only watched it because Will Sasso was in it, and I'm like, I'm a Will Sasso fan now because he does the best Macho Man Randy Savage impersonation. So I watched it because he was in it.
Will Sasso had a recurring sketch on the app Vine where he had lemons in his mouth. Like he'd just be like, someone would shout lemons, and then he'd go lemons, and then he'd go and like spit them out of his mouth out of nowhere. Like that was like a recurring sketch. He'd be like, so all you need to do is just you add water, sugar, and lemons. Lemons!
So yeah, that was terrible. You can avoid that if you like. It was a pretty crap movie. So that's been my season of horror. Season of the Witch. Oh, Halloween 3. Polarizing.
I remember watching that as a young Michael Myers fan, and I'm like, this couldn't have less to do with Michael Myers.
I can think of at least 2 things wrong with this title. But you go back and watch it again, and it's like you watch it on its own, and I still like it more than the Rob Zombie Halloweens. They are fucking terrible. Oh, yeah. They are the worst. That guy sucks. He needs to stop making movies altogether.
Oh, look, his wife's in it.
Oh yeah, I hated his reboots of Halloween. I can't watch any of those Devil's Rejects or anything. I can't stand his dialogue. It's terrible.
Also, the Rob Zombie version, if like every little kid with long hair who was bullied by the family turned into a homicidal maniac, like everyone I know would be dead. His version of the monsters is just like a tax write-off. Like, there's no way he didn't buy half of them props in just like Spirit Halloween.
We watched Sinners. I didn't know there was vampires in it because I just
You just thought it was about. You just think it was about black dudes that like committed crimes and did the wrong thing.
I just thought it was like a drama, like a song. I sat and watching it with.
Isn't it heavily marketed as a vampire? Dracula.
I didn't watch any marketing.
That sounds exotic.
I didn't watch any of the market. I just saw people saying, "Oh, Sinners is great. Sinners is great." I was like, and when we were in one night, I was like, "Should we watch Sinners?" And he was, "Oh yeah, I want to watch Sinners." And then it got to seriously, it got quite far in, and I went. I said, "I think is that guy a vampire?" And Lewis looked at me with the thought, I haven't seen this look of pity in the last 4.5 years we've been together, but I just saw it for the first time, and he just looked at me like I had dementia, and he was like, "Yeah. This is a film about vampires." I was like, "Is it?" And he went, "What did you think they were doing before?" I was like, "I don't know." Like,
that should have happened in the movie theater. Oh, they're vampires.
Shit, vampires! Oh my god!
It's also the first film that Michael B. Jordan has featured in a film with his twin brother Michael A. Jordan.
Good one, Jed.
Well, that also took a while.
Where's the drum roll?
a mate of mine at work told me about it. He said it was pretty much like From Dusk Till Dawn. He said it was a very like where the movie just pivots into a vampire movie. Is that
yeah,
right?
so because it starts off. You've got these twin brothers who are both played by Michael B. Jordan, and they just go into this town with they've got a bit of money, and they're going to this town to set up a club, and it's sort of like, okay, it's a film about a black-owned business in the deep south. This is going to be great. Okay, let's see what's happening here. And then suddenly it's just like, oh shit, that guy's a vampire. So I was like, all right. And then it suddenly goes, then there's vampires everywhere. So you're like, all right, yeah, it's a vampire film. But it does split like that. Genuinely, it doesn't trail anything about vampires whatsoever. I don't think when I was watching it. Otherwise, I would have picked up on it, wouldn't I? And gone like, it's a vampire film. But then maybe it does, and I just wasn't really paying attention. It's like, oh, they're not going into his house because they don't want to. They're not very sociable. And it turns out he's just not invited him in. So I was not picking up on any of that stuff.
Turns out they mentioned it 5 or 6 times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a lot of vampire stuff going on. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a great film. I just didn't realize it was about vampires until that precise moment. But it was great. Really liked it. And what else did I watch? I'll give you 2 more. So I watched. It was the 50th anniversary of Jaws being released. So I did a little rewatch of all of them, and I watched Jaws: The Revenge, and I thought to myself, do you know what? This film gets such an awful rap, and everyone's like, it's terrible, it's the worst thing you've ever seen, and it's not that bad. And in the beginning, in fact, if they did make a reboot of Jaws, and it was done by a studio like A24, it's exactly how they would do it, because it's creepy, it's slow burning, it's about mental, like, Ellen Brody's losing her fucking mind, and she's seeing sharks everywhere. Well, yeah, that's the best. That's a great bit. So, like, her son's wife is a sculptor, and she's made this abstract metal sculpture. And then when the camera sort of pans round, it sort of becomes, those pieces of artwork where you turn them and it turns into something. And she sees it as like a gaping shark mouth. And I was like, that is an excellent shot. And she is brilliant in it. Lorraine Gary is brilliant in it. And I think this is maybe why she just fucking retired, because I think she did a really good job. And then everyone's like, worst film ever, terrible, burn it. And yeah, there are bits that don't make any fucking sense. The shark also like roars.
Yeah.
But if they did like, and there's bits of it that are shit. But if they did it as like getting inside her head, and she just thinks this is happening, and I think she does a fucking brilliant job, and I actually enjoy it. I was like, this isn't as bad as everyone says it is. I didn't watch it for decades because everyone said it was garbage, and I watched it again and thought it's all right, and I quite like it. And it's set at Christmas, so it's a good Christmas film.
I wore out that VHS when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, I remember us watching it and liking it, but then I thought, well, you like a lot of stuff when you're a kid, don't you? Then you watch it again and you go, oh no, that doesn't really stand up. But I did like it. I liked it a lot more than Jaws 2 actually, and Jaws 3. At least she gets something to do in this film for eventually.
She's more of like the hero in this film, isn't she? She's like got a much stronger sort of lead, whereas in the others it's like she's just there and she's screaming and she's in a panic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it finally like gives her a chance to sort of act a little bit. I think she's brilliant in Jaws, to be honest. She's one of my favourite things in Jaws, but in Jaws 2 they don't really give her anything to do. She's not in Jaws 3D. And then it's like, here's your film. And I think that maybe that's why she just gave up and retired and doesn't do any conventions. She doesn't go out and do all these fan events. She just goes, nah, fuck it. Because she's just like, yeah, I had my chance. I did a really good job, and you all fucking hated it. So you can all piss off.
No, you can all get stuffed. Yeah. I actually saw that movie at the cinema when I was a kid. My mum and dad took me to that movie.
It's not that violent, really.
No, but
did you get a Jaws Revenge tiki cup?
It was a double feature. They took us to a double feature of that and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh,
So I saw both of those at the movies when I was 7 years old. Yeah.
And the other thing that I watched was recently was Dangerous Animals.
That's another one I've yet to see.
It's really good. I really enjoyed it. it's a bit sort of, it's nuts, and I like that it's just stupid. Because that straight away, when there's ever, like, I remember watching 47 meters down, where they're in the shark cage, and they go out on the ricketiest shark boat. Everything's rusty, everything's breaking, and it's like you sit there going, "Why the fuck have you done that? This film should be 8 minutes long." It's like, "Oh, we met these guys. They've got this shit boat. They're like, do you want to come out to sea and dive with sharks and this?" And you went, "No." You went home, and that's the end of the film, because no normal person would agree to that. I do quite like that film, but it was such a terrible premise that it never explained away. And it's a little bit similar. There is a bit of there's quite a big plot hole in it, but if you just sort of jump over that, then the rest of it's really good. And I love I don't know, is it Jay or Jai Courtney? But I always say Jai Courtney. But
Jai.
It is Jai. He was in Spartacus, and I loved him in Spartacus. And and he's great in it. And it's like there's a lot of things that surprise you, which when you've watched 75 billion horror films, like I have, nothing surprises you anymore. But there's lots of bits where it's like, oh, I didn't think that would happen. So I would recommend it. It's really good. It's just it's an easy watch. It's like 90 minutes, and it's just fun. And it's also, there's genuinely horrible, scary bits as well.
Did you have the misfortune of ever watching Shark Night?
Yeah. If it's got
basically the
shark
same
in it, I've watched
premise.
It. Yeah.
Because I remember when I heard about this, I was like, "Oh, what's that movie where they're all out at this lake house and these two like weirdos are like killing them all by throwing them to sharks and things?" There's one where they throw her in the net with these cookie cutter sharks and all this stupid shit. And it's basically the same sort of premise.
Yeah, what they do,
but obviously
well,
this is done better
without spoiling it, is that they keep the sharks to a minimum in terms of what you see. So sharks are perfect creatures to keep to a minimum because it's got a dorsal fin, so you can just show the fin, and you don't have to show. And it's like where a lot of shark films that are cheap, they try and show as much of the fucking shark. It's like, don't, because it's terrible. And then when you see it, so they've got actual shark photography. They've got a bit of CGI in it that you can see. But and they've got some obviously like rubber fins and stuff that they just show the effects of it. And the editing's good and the cutting's good, so they don't have to show loads of it. And it's interesting, and they use primarily bull sharks as well. Is what are in it. So it's
that's your bread and butter shark if you're a kill 'em by shark sort of guy.
Yeah, Shark Night was just, he didn't really care about anybody involved in it either, because they were just idiots. And this is another mistake people make. It's like, even if you've got no money, if you make a film where people really like the characters, then they'll be engaged in it, and that doesn't cost anything. That's just writing a good script. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to use effects or anything else. You just make them likable people, and that's what they are, likable when you see these people and you're genuinely worried about what's going to happen to them. But definitely, it's like a 90-minute long film, which is a great little ride, and I enjoyed it. Yeah.
If you want to watch a really good shark movie, if you've not seen it, it's based on a true story, and the true story is so much more horrific than the movie. If you hear the tales recounted, called The Reef.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Where they're out on the barrier reef and they're stalked by a great white.
Yeah.
They use cutting sort of shark footage and CGI, but it's so well done that it just all looks real. It's really good, actually scary, like on the edge of your seat shark movie. It's like 2010, I think it is, something like that. The Reef, really good movie.
There's another one with Blake Lively in it called The Shallows. I haven't seen that. I don't know how good or bad that is, but I can't manage to get a hold of it to watch it, but it's supposed to be good anyway.
One of the sort of big things that I did was help out with the Liverpool Horror Club's Summerween Market. So that was like the second event that they'd done at the Liner Hotel.
Yeah, nice.
In Liverpool. How was that?
I'm filling my water bottle.
With cream.
Sorry.
With whipped cream.
Sorry, Jed. That's sorry, I didn't mean to distract you, mate. Sorry.
I thought it was like when it cuts to an advert and it's like a coffee maker. Like, so making coffee, and it's like Nespresso. I was like, what?
I'll put my mic on mute next time. I'm so sorry, Jed. I'm so sorry. What a noob.
Yeah, it was the second event at the Liner Hotel, which, again, for anyone who's not been there, it's called the Liner Hotel, not the linear hotel. And I was looking around, I was like, this function room looks like a boat. Oh, it's called the Liner Hotel. But yeah, the function room's made to look like a boat, or the inside of a boat. So all the windows are little portholes and stuff. But they set up all the tables with spooky memorabilia, artwork, various sort of bits and bobs. I spent ages looking at this one table that just had butterflies pinned to a bunch of frames, and the lady who runs the place is just oh yeah, they're done all ethically. It's how do you do it ethically? So she hatches the butterflies, and then they live a butterfly life, and then when they die, she just pins them to a frame, and uses some special lacquer to pin them all up, which is really quite cool. But there's loads of different all sorts of weird stuff. There was these people who make candle holders that it's a Virgin Mary, but you put the candle in the top, so when when the wax drips down, it's bleeding through the eyes. I was that's quite interesting. But it
sounds like a needful thing.
Yeah. Everything in the whole market was pretty much a needful thing. It was all just various artworks and stuff. A lot of the apparel was things that wouldn't fit me because I'm a fat bastard. But it was all small size leather jackets that had Beetlejuice all over the back and various stuff. But because it was they set it up as a Christmas market initially, so they were oh, everyone liked the grotto last time, so what could they do? So they had one of the helpers who was working last year, Trev, dress up as a fat. I'm gonna send the video in our chat where they had Trev dress up as a fat Santa with just in a pair of boxer shorts, and they had him in the side of a shark's mouth, and people coming in, and he was just he had all this weird face paint on his face and just going throwing randomly wrapped gifts at people. And all just set up in a little marquee near the door. But yeah, also I spent the majority of the time helping people round to the back door because the lift was broken. So anyone who had a pram or a wheelchair, I had to walk around the side of the building. So I think I got about 1 million steps in between just literally going around and buying stuff. But yeah, it was really good. It's put on by the people who do the Liverpool Horror Club screenings and various events in Liverpool. So there was a significant amount of traders there doing all sorts of things, from various wax melts in the shape of skulls to random food items to a lot of clothes and t-shirts. There was a place that does a bunch of Robert Eggers memorabilia. So I bought a witch t-shirt off them last time I was there, which is on a sort of cream on red, but they had a bunch of other ones, and obviously stuff to do with Nosferatu and they even had a t-shirt for the Lighthouse, which is such a niche thing to have a memorabilia for. But yeah, the Liverpool Horror Club Summerween Market was the second of their two. The second is as many events that they've done at the hotel. It's a sort of festive market. They're already currently planning for the upcoming one in December. I think it's December or November. I think they've already announced when the date would be. So that is going to be on the 23rd of November of 2025. So that was obviously quite close to when this potential episode will be coming out. So if you are looking for something to do and things to buy, make sure you get down to watch that. I would not watch that to check that out. Also, one of the main things that I've been watching at the moment is the return of Dexter. So Dexter's come back in POG form. No, but they decided that not only have they had one bad ending with Dexter, but they had another bad ending with Dexter. So this time they decided to bring him back for a third time just to hope that they don't disappoint people. But yeah, they've brought him back, and this time he's in New York. Because if anybody hasn't seen it yet, obviously this is an upcoming spoiler, but at the end of New Blood, he gets shot by his son. You think, oh, he's died. But no, he's in a coma because it's a TV show. Of course he's not dead. Unless he has a funeral He's literally not dead. But they got like in all the cameos in like the first episode. So they have like he gets visited by a bunch of ghosts from like the series past in the first episode, and then he ends up effectively breaking out of the hospital that he was in, and going to New York City to try and find his son. But then he ends up finding out that there's like a secret gathering of different serial killers. But one of the serial killers is it's the guy who plays Cam in like Modern Family. And it's just so weird. He plays like this like happy family man who's like secretly this like really horrible serial killer. But the whole person who's like organizing this dinner party of serial killers is Peter Dinklage. He plays this billionaire like collector called like Leon Prater, and his assistant is played by Uma Thurman, and he's like basically collecting all this like serial killer memorabilia in this like massive vault that he's got inside his penthouse. It's got all sorts of like random bits and pieces from like various murderers and that, and he's just like so sinister. But yeah, it's on to about episode 6 now. But it sort of leads in from because you didn't know that he was alive until the had like a bit of an intro in the prequel series, which is Original Sin. But this is sort of on episode 6 at the moment, so it could really go anywhere. But also, they have a detective who's trying to find the murderer, and for some reason, like her main thing is to like dial into her detective sense. She like puts on these big headphones and then listens to the Bee Gees. It's just like such a weird like little side quirk that they decided to write into it. But yeah, it's closer to the original series than the reboot was, so it's certainly one to check out if you're looking for something to watch.
One of the things that I did, so we went, me and Kath had a breakdown in Melbourne to go and watch the Beetlejuice musical, which is absolutely fantastic, really good. So that was really fun. We were gonna get the kids something, but like they had these like cuddly, what are they called? The sandworm things.
Yeah.
They had like cuddly versions of those, and they were like a ridiculous amount of money. Clearly meant for the adults who were going there, not to buy for their kids who were left at home. That was really good. Like the dressing of the theatre, they had the green coloured lights everywhere, the signage. They'd done the entire theatre up. It was really cool. And the musical's absolutely fantastic. While we were there, we did a ghost tour in Melbourne, and they took us around the streets. Yeah. And the first thing she says is, she's like, look, it's, I think it was a Saturday night. And she's like, look, it's a Saturday night. There's a lot of people out. It's late. We do get some people who come up and they're a bit, silly, or they do stupid things. I have been physically assaulted on a number of occasions. I was like, Jesus Christ, really? Anyway, so we're all like, oh, yeah, okay, well, middle of Melbourne in, Saturday night, peak drinking time. But there was this guy in the group who immediately, like, changed his entire sort of personalities, or he became like, it was as if he'd been called upon to be a hero. And he was the most like, cuddly looking middle-aged guy. And I'm like, no, it's not you. And he was like, oh, okay. And he's sort of looking around a bit, and I'm like, oh, okay. We do this ghost tour, and there's this one, like every time someone goes, like a group of lads or fellas will walk past, and you'll go like, ooh, or something. Or someone says sometimes people just come up and they'll stand there and they'll just listen for a bit and then they'll walk off. Sometimes they might have something to say. But he was like full on, like kind of ignoring the ghost tour, like, being like a bouncer or like a Superman or something, keeping a good eye on everyone. I'm like, is this guy going to fucking calm down or what? Like, nothing's happening. No one cares.
Find them ghosts, mate.
Oh, God, he was. It's so funny. And then we get to this one bit. They take us down this lane, and it's she tells this story about this girl called Alma, who was found brutally murdered, and it turns out the guy that they like hunted down and convicted years later, they found out that he was actually innocent. It wasn't him at all. And they were telling this story, and this guy just walks up the laneway. He must have been 100 meters away, and he can kind of see that we're up there doing something, so he sort of does a wide circle back and goes down the other way. Before he can turn around, this guy sees his moment to shine, and he's like, "Go on, get off, rack off, mate. Go on, get out of it." Like, what? And then the guy who's running it, she's like, "Oh yeah, it's okay. Sometimes they come up, but now good on you." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Go on, get out of it."
Do you want to buy a tour of these fists? Come on.
His partner puts her hand on his back, as sort of like, good for you. Like it's something he really had to work on, and this is, he's working through it.
Oh,
And then it was really touching. It was really touching. And then she was like, right at the end, she's like, right, we're right in the middle now near Chinatown. I'll try and get through this, but this is where I will generally get interrupted, or we'll get some people coming, round because it's later now, and this is where the idiots wind up. Anyway, we're looking around, and there's this group of like kids, probably like early 20s maybe, and they're dressed like they're on the street a lot, and they've got like, they've got like the big long baggy like pants and the big baggy white t-shirts on, and they've got all like tons of empty beer bottles, like they've just been street drinking. And this guy's like sort of arcing up again and sort of puffing his chest out a bit and having a good look over while this woman's trying to tell this story. He's right in my fucking eye line every time as well, so I just can't I can't ignore him. And they're getting a bit loud and a bit rowdy, and they're right next to us, still not feeling this, pang of trepidation. They're playing fucking hacky sack. I'm like, mate, the attack's not going to come from that angle, first of all. Oh God, I honestly remembered like two things she covered because this guy was so fucking entertaining, just absolutely having his day. This hero without a cape. But one of the ones was this guy, Frederick Bailey Deeming, who did a bit of murdering in Australia, in Western Australia, a bit of murdering in Melbourne. Then he went over to the UK, did a bit of murdering there. London, Whitechapel area. Uh-huh. Even in the 1800s, he was like this police publication the police put out was saying that he could be Jack the Ripper. Anyways, it's doubtful. Did a bit of killing in Rain Hill.
Oh.
Went all down Liverpool way, did a bit of killing up there.
Local boy.
Yeah. He had trouble with prostitutes because of a terrible venereal disease that he contracted. So he did a bit of killing of those. He did the old slit the throat so deep the heads almost came off sort of thing. So yeah, he was a good one for that. I personally believe that the Jack the Ripper was the poet Francis Thompson, but that's just me.
I think it was Francis Tuggle.
Did you know they actually found him this year? They actually identified who it was.
Well,
who did?
They reckon they've found who Jack the Ripper was, yeah.
Was it the poet Francis Thompson?
God, let it be him. God, let it be him.
What? It was the artist Francis Bacon.
It was just that fella who was a butcher around the corner, and everyone's been completely pulling at strings for like hundreds of years. It was me.
I'm right.
Stabbed them up all good and proper.
Turns out his name was Jack Ripper. So anyway, that was a good one. There's another one. So as soon as we get on this thing, Kath asks this guy, and I'm like, no, he's a weirdo. He's the weirdo. I can see it a mile away. She asked him about, is this the time for the ghost tour? And then he's like talking to her for a bit, and she's like, oh, okay, I understand. You're a crazy person. He obviously goes on all the tours because the woman running it was like immediately irritated by him, and every time he spoke, and I was like, why should you be so mean to that guy? And after about 10 minutes, I was like, oh, I get it. Yeah, he's pretty much a stalker, and he comes on every single one, tries to answer all the questions. So when they went to this one bit, this girl, Alma, who was killed or whatever, and her ghost is there or whatever, and they get him to hold these rods, like divining rods, dowsing rods. And they're like, oh, you can tell the spirits to move them this way, move them that way, or sometimes they don't do anything at all. I think it was the partner of Superman, who was one of the people who was holding the rods. Nothing happened. This little weirdo was holding the rods. And she says, if they turn in towards each other, try to tell the spirits to do that. Of course, his do it immediately. And then she says, all right, now, okay, that's great. That's great. And you can see in her face, she's like, fuck me. Why you? And she's like, all right, well, now get them to turn them outwards. And you could see immediately the expression on his face was, fuck, how do I do that? How do I do that without moving my hands? And he had this really confused look on his face. And he was like, oh, no, it's stopped now. They're not doing it anymore. It's like, And she like snatched the rods back off. So that was fun. But the thing with all these ghost tours is all they really teach you was that people and life in general was fucking horrible back then. And that's about it. Really?
Yeah.
It's like, thank God we don't live in those times.
Yeah.
It's not like particularly grisly murderers or these like, out of the usual occurrences or there was this massive big thing. Just like, nope, that's just what it was like. That's just what happened to people.
It's like when you went on them ones last season where it was the reform schools and it's like, this is the punishment hole for all the native children. Yeah. Of course, some say it is haunted. And if you come here at a certain time of day, you can still hear their screams.
Yeah, they always give you those. And it's always like, I'm hoping we'll see something tonight because this last week, what's it been like? Oh, it's been mad. It's been mad in here. And it's like, right, I'm in for a long, cold, quiet night. I watched a movie I was really looking forward to, The Monkey. It's been a long time since I've stopped a movie.
Oh, no.
But that happened.
Yeah, wow.
And this was I'd already gone through this point, this like battle in my head where I'm like, it's just shit. Turn it off and put something else on. Yeah, but what else? I can't think of anything else. And it's I'm on the point of no return. It's like 11:15 or something. So I powered through. I should have probably turned it off about half an hour before I did, but oh god. So I didn't enjoy that. I did enjoy a movie called It Feeds. So the music's really good. It's got that absolute top tier scary horror movie music in it. Really good music. Scary intro. It's a very like Insidious, like the first one. Lot of jump scares that I'd admit got me a good few times very early on in the movie. Yeah, it's great. I'd call it like a cross between Insidious and Smile, like sort of all the way through. And then at the end, it's like the full on, it's like a monster movie and they go to face it in its own realm and that sort of thing. But it was really well done and they don't do anything stupid in it. They don't have like at the end after the whole thing, you see its eye open or any of that bullshit. It's just start and finish movie. Really good movie. There's a few notes I've made. They basically like got me again because it kept getting me with these jump scares every time. When they kill it at the end, she says, "Feed on this," and then she like rams us. And it was just, I thought that was a bit stupid. I was like, "Oh, come on, guys!" And also, there's this guy. It's like a girl who goes to get help for this affliction she's got, and there's a twist in it as well. It's really, really good that you don't see coming. Her dad, who's like trying to keep her away and trying to, doesn't want us to get help and comes across as like a complete arsehole. He's a carpenter. There's a bit in it where the woman who's trying to help her gets put in a coffin. Like he puts her in a coffin and like throws her in the ground and everything. When she wants to get out, the lid pops straight off. And I'm like, that's just a shitty carpenter. I'm sorry. That's just bad workmanship. Like, she barely needs to try. It's just like, whack, and she's out. I mean, to be fair to him, you probably wouldn't engineer or build a coffin to take much impact from the inside, considering what its function is. But I'm just saying, it wasn't that sturdy. Really? The Achilles heel of a coffin. Oh, they're easy to open from the inside. It's like, well, it's a good thing, isn't it? Just
Probably,
in case.
If you've only got so many nails, you're going to be like, well, where do we not need them?
The typical carpenter, he's got like 17 nails. I don't want to go to the nail store again. Not now.
Like Homer's spice rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so last October I was in Los Angeles on Halloween, and I went to Universal Studios, and I spent the day at Universal Studios. So I was literally there for The Simpsons. That was the only reason I booked the ticket initially to go to spend the extra time in LA. I was there for work, but I tacked on a few days. And The Simpsons thing, if you haven't done it, highly recommend it. It was so good. But what I realized was that they do this, I didn't know until like the vocalist in my band told me, they do these Halloween horror nights, and it's like a couple of months, like 6 or so weeks they do it in the lead up to Halloween. And they've got these like themed haunted houses, and when the park shuts, they've got this, it just becomes this Halloween wonderland. It is incredible. So I booked a ticket for that, and I'm looking at the haunted houses. They had 8 specific haunted houses spread out through the entire Universal Studios, and that it was unreal. Like no one does Halloween like the US, no one. And one of the so I spent the whole day at Universal Studios, like a good 7 hours maybe, going through Universal Studios. Did the Harry Potter thing, even though I think Harry Potter's for wieners. I did. It's for wieners. I'm just like, this sucks, but it's impressive. But it's like, whatever, dude.
Sounds like someone's getting put in Slytherin.
10 points Gryffindor. Yeah. I went through everything I could while the park was open in the regular hours. And then when it closes, you get this special armband. You kind of wait for things to kick off. And so first things first, I went to the Chucky themed margarita bar, and all of the margaritas were like blood colored, and Chucky's in this like glass cabinet, just like telling everyone how much he's going to enjoy killing them and stuff while he's sipping margaritas. It was awesome.
The atmosphere.
It was so good. But then, no, here's the real that created the ambience of the whole thing, right? It set the mood. There was a fountain of blood. So like this beautiful decorative blood fountain, Chucky abusing you, telling you how much he wanted to kill you, and margaritas. It was awesome. Great stuff. So the reason initially I booked the ticket when I saw about the Halloween Horror Nights thing was they were doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre themed haunted house. Oh my God. So I'm going to come to that one later, but I'll start start at the beginning of where it was. So margaritas. The first house I went through was the Insidious house. It was called Insidious the Further, and wow, that was so much fun. So you go in, there's a shit ton of people there. So everyone's sort of lining up to line up about an hour before they started letting people through. And I go through, it's just me on my own, and I'm sort of going through, and it's like, because they're rushing people through, you don't get all of the jump scares. You can kind of watch people being scared in front of you, which kind of softens the blow. There was a couple of times they got me good, but here's the kicker. This is the best part of the entire thing, right? The entire process, everyone I went through. Walking through, I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, rubber, like they were dropping like little things on my neck. So you're walking through this house, there's jump scares, there's noise, there's, Tiptoe Through the Tulips playing on this really horrible sounding speaker as per the Insidious franchise thing. And then every now and again you feel like this thing tickle your neck or your ear, and it's come, or like a drop of water come from the roof, and you're like, what is that? What is that? It was awesome. Like it was so unsettling. It was amazing. It was incredible. Like what a great start.
What was it? Was it faulty sprinkler system or?
Yeah.
What sort of sprinkler are we talking? Is it the one that goes?
I love the way it always comes back to Simpsons with you guys. I love this.
It only does when you're here.
Oh my god.
We're somehow the number 3 rated Simpsons podcast.
So that was, look, it was awesome. The second one I went through was the Ghostbusters themed, but it was the bookshop, the classic bookshop, you know, where Slimer is at the start or whatever, and that was cool. Like it was a good experience. You know, a couple of jump scares here and there. It wasn't like full on. It wasn't like Insidious. So then I'm like, screw this. I'm going to do a few more. I'm not going to do all 8. I'm knackered. Like, there's only so much, like, coffee and stuff can keep me awake. I've been here all day. So I'm like, I'm going to go and do this Texas Chainsaw Massacre one. And I get there and you start seeing, like, the Hooper and Henkel meat processing plant. And you start walking through and it is just, wow. There's corpses on the wall and there's, like, guts and things everywhere. And it's like, your Leatherface comes out with the chainsaw. There's everything right. Even the coolest part, Uncle Joe's sitting in the corner of one of the rooms you walk through. It was just, oh my god. I'm going to send through some photos and things. I actually filmed walking through that one. It was the longest by far. It was the longest of all of the houses I went through. But man, it was so good. Like there's just corpses, like disemboweled corpses and things all through it. There's guts hanging from the wall. There's this like wall of flesh looking. It was just insane. Like it was so cool. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. And yeah, jump scares. They got everyone right at the end. They got everyone with this amazing jump scare. Everyone's like, "Oh shit!" You know, this sort of. And just as everyone's sort of catching their breath, they got everyone again with this like secondary thing. Everyone's just like, "Ah!" It was so good. So then I went to one that I wasn't expecting. So there was one. Yeah. There's this, like, I'm going to sound like such a boomer here, but there's an artist called The Weeknd. Yeah?
Yeah, the Weeknd, yeah.
Yeah. So there was a Weeknd-themed house. And it was really, it wasn't, like, horror. It was sort of more, like, macabre, like, not even macabre. It was unsettling. So they had these, like, weird rooms with this, like, there was this dude with a silver face and blue eyes, like a chrome dude, and all these mirrors and things everywhere, and lasers and stuff. It was like a sensory overload, but it was so cool. And they had these like weird, unsettling jump scares and things through that. It was a lot of fun. I was not expecting that to be what it was. It was really cool. And again, I'll send through some photos for you to put up on the website to have a look at it. And then by then I'm just like, dude, it's like, it's 8:30. I am so cooked. I've been there since like 11 a.m. It's 8:30. I'm so tired. And so I'm going one more. So I went through the A Quiet Place house.
Ah.
Yeah. And it was shit. Like, it was just as bad as the movies. Like, it was so bad. Like,
everyone's like, shh, will you shut up?
Just a hand of going, be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just people looking at you like, people doing that Samuel L. Jackson look at you, you know, that like the head tilt with the eyes open. Lots of that.
You're like halfway through opening a bag of chips or something. Fuck. Why did they save these till now?
It was awful. Like, it was just, compared to everything else, it was just such a letdown. Oh. And it was you know what though, it was cool because like it made me appreciate that I think I chose the other ones that I went through. I chose the right ones. I really feel like I chose the best ones to go through. And then on the way out, I'm walking sort of towards the exit of the Universal Studios, and they've got these chainsaw punks. And my mate Benji didn't tell me about these until after. And he's like, "Did they do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, they sucked." He's like, "They're cool, hey?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're cool," but like I wasn't expecting it. They've got these dudes dressed up as like chainsaw zombies with mohawks and like They look like punks, and they just got these like chainsaws and just go and rev in people's faces, like get right up in your grill with this like pretend chainsaw and scare kids and scare old ladies and stuff. It was cool. They just walk around and just just randomly. It was really cool. And then also. On the way out, they had like a Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein walking around, just sort of well, I don't think they were quite stalking people, but they were definitely making people feel uncomfortable. It was really cool. It was an incredible time. Like, oh my god, I'll send some really like some pics and stuff through, and I'll let you have a look at what I saw. But overall, if you ever have a chance to do a Hollywood Horror Nights, go for it. It is an experience for people that love horror movies and that type of stuff. It is absolutely recommended. I'm spewing I'm not there this year because they're, again, being a big wrestling nerd, they're doing a Bray Wyatt themed house called the Firefly Fun House. And the people that have been through it and sort of talking about it online just say this is like one of the best they've ever done in the history of doing Hollywood Horror Nights. I'm just like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, don't say that.
But yeah, it was really cool, like 100% recommended. And then because it was, okay, so I'm in LA, it's Halloween. I'm staying in downtown LA. Have you guys ever been to downtown LA?
Yes. I've taken wrong turns in a big red SUV in downtown LA past mattresses that were on fire. That was a fun day.
Well, it's funny you mentioned fire, Kirsty. It's funny you mentioned fire because I get my Airbnb that I was staying at was in downtown LA, right near Little Tokyo. And I'm like, okay, I get to my accommodation. I'm like, cool, I'm going to dump my bag. I'm going to go to Little Tokyo and go and get something to eat. I'm hungry. I want a beer. I just want to relax. And I go to this bar and I sit down. The bar I'd been at the night before, and I realise that it's the World Series is on in LA. The Dodgers are in it, and as I get there, I'm literally having my first sip of beer, and they win the World Series. So downtown LA just becomes this this circle of chaos, right? There's helicopters, streets are blocked off, they've got those lowriders bouncing in the streets. Everyone's just the whole city has just turned with LA Dodgers stuff. It was insane. So I'm just like, I just want to drink my beer in peace. It was wild. Like there was helicopters in the sky all night. There was fires and oh my god, it was insane. It was the most mental October 31st I think you could ever plan being in LA. It was bonkers. Yeah.
Sounds like the fucking Devil's Night off The Crow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then the next day I got on a bus and went to Mexico.
Now I'm safe.
Chill out, yeah.
Suddenly, everyone in LA turned into that street gang from the Warriors, the baseball Furies. Everyone's just running around in baseball gear, just breaking shit.
It's literally that, Jed. It was literally that.
And then out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Yeah, literally. It was crazy, man. There was a couple of times in Mexico with this one dude that he invited me to have a beer with him and stay at the same hotel. I'm like, yeah, man, no worries. I'll just go up and get changed. I've been in the pool. I'm like, yeah, I'll come down and I'll hang out and have a beer with you and your mates. I get down there and they're blind. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm sure this is safe. And they're there's this one dude sitting sitting away from everyone, just sort of keeping an eye on what's going on. And I could see him just sort of looking at everyone, the other guys that I'm with are just drunk and they're trying to, we're trying to communicate, but drinking beer at the
do you
same
mean
time.
Blind drunk? You didn't get down there this guy's friends and just blind people? It's like a trick for the disabled or something?
Labradors everywhere.
No, blind drunk, Jed. Blind drunk. And this dude's just this dude's just randomly sitting there, and I'm like, all right, I've got to ask, what's this guy? And they're calling him Perro or Perro. And Perro in Spanish means dog. And I'm like, oh, okay, why is he your dog? And then old mate just stands up, lifts his shirt up, does the classic Hollywood thing, and there's a gun. I'm just like, oh, great. Okay.
Okay then.
yeah. So he's keeping an eye on them. Yeah, and like I get on my phone and like I message home. I message my kid's mum, and I'm like, so I'm drinking with these dudes, and I might not be safe. If you don't hear from me in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I'm in trouble. And like she's like, okay, stay safe, sort of thing. And like I'm like, look at it's like 6 o'clock back in Australia. I promised my son I'd call him and talk about the wrestling. I'll talk to you later. I'll be back down later. And I like get straight up to my hotel room and I'm just peeking out the curtain so they see if they're still down there. It was wild. Yeah, in the end, they ended up getting rained out and had to go inside. Yeah, so.
Oh yeah, don't follow them into that party.
Yeah, it was pretty. I was genuinely scared. Yeah, and then the other time I got into a taxi I shouldn't have, and I'm like, they always warn you about the dodgy taxis in Mexico. Like, stick to these ones. So I stuck to the one that they recommended. The dude starts trying to push start it. I'm like, yeah, this is not. This doesn't like a taxi that's like. So yeah, I get out. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here for a bit longer, man. I'm going back to town center, like in Tijuana." And he's like, "Oh no, I'll get you back to Rosarito." I'm like, no, man, I'm good. And I just walked as fast as I could away from him. Yeah. And then my taxi driver on the way back to the bus stop in Tijuana had spikes on his wheels like grease, It was wild. Oh, Mexico was so good.
I don't know if I've credited the author of this book, this particular, I'm sure there are a lot of them, this particular Would You Rather book, and this is a horror edition. I don't know what the other editions of Would You Rather are, but this is a horror edition written by Sophia Rivers. Kirsty bought me this as a Christmas present, as we've already covered, so I can only assume that it is readily available and very competitively priced. Right.
Whoa! What a competitively priced.
She's just finding it in the novelty horror book in Pound a section of Poundland.
Mass produced cheap shit.
I'm sure it's not the only Would You Rather book, and I would really like to see what the other editions are. If this is the horror edition, don't really know how that works. Are you ready, Bob?
Hit me.
Would you rather exist during the Salem witch trials and live in constant fear of being burned alive at the stake, or attempt to survive during the Black Plague, the most devastating pandemic in history?
Oh.
I almost called Paul out then because he pronounced witch like witch.
I did that.
Cool whip.
I'm going the plague, baby. I'm definitely going the plague. Lock me in for that.
You are recovering from an illness at the time of this recording, is that correct?
I'm on the verge of getting something, but I'm absolutely the last person. Everyone here is like a bus full of AIDS. Like the whole town, everyone around here is just sick. Everyone is plague ridden. I'm the last person. So going on that, I'm usually always the last person to get sick. So I'm going with the plague. I reckon I would have gone all right with the plague. The witch trials though, I would not have survived that. Too many crazy ideas,
It's like I can't survive burning, but I could probably just get a paracetamol and just try and see this thing out, see what happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to survive being burnt, but get some Lucozade and some Dettol bath.
Yeah, exactly right.
I wonder how many people during the Black Plague said, I feel like I'm getting the start of something.
How many people got it and just went, like COVID, right? Oh, it's nothing. It was just like a cold.
Yeah.
And you get the other people like just dying or in intensive care and stuff, right? It's like, it's just, yeah. People we know that are fit, Paul, people we worked with together. You know, fit as a mountain trout normally, absolutely leveled by COVID. So, yeah, there's no rhyme nor reason to it. So, yeah, I would take my chance with the plague, I reckon.
But history will be written by the winners. So those of us who didn't really suffer with COVID will be like, it was fine. It was great, actually. We all enjoyed it. We all got some time off work. We got some
Everyone
time
leveled up, hey.
In like 20 years' time, people would be going around wearing like masks as like fashion items. It would be like retro.
Masks and Crocs, yeah.
And just wiping down their shopping just for a laugh.
I actually still do that, just so you know.
It's crisp, filthy. 1 crisp, 2 crisp. Pass the crisp brushing tool, son.
All right, Jed. I'm trying to find one that would actually bother you, Jed. Just give me a minute.
It's going to take a while. Not something he'll actively enjoy.
Jed, would you rather wait for Paul or just like carry on and move on to the next person?
He's just there with his highlights. So he's like, nope, I've seen him do that.
He loves being burned at the stake.
Ooh. Here we go. Jed. Jed the vegetarian. Would you rather find yourself cornered in a pig pen full of ravenous, squealing pigs who eat you alive, leaving no trace, or be transformed into a pig and sent to a farm to be humanely slaughtered and fed to other humans?
Oh, that is quite the conundrum there, isn't it? Like, if I was like being eaten alive, would I have the option to like put my head in first? So like I'm done first. Or would it be like if it's just from like the feet down, are you just like slowly just like sink in, like slowly becoming like a munch skeleton, like until I'm just basically like a head.
It's gonna put my head in first.
And now I'm just gonna try and get my arms out of my face.
That's the first thing I thought of.
I mean, I'd probably rather be eaten by pigs than be a pig who was going to be eaten. So, but I'd have to have the option of just like diving in head first, because like it's not just the teeth. Like they have like really like rough tongues. So it's like it'd be like sandpaper. It's like
how much time have you spent with pigs?
More time than you imagine. We actually had a lovely sanctuary like experience where we like going around in the woods.
So if you didn't go face first, you'd do the other option, or you would just do the same option just through gritted teeth?
I've made my choice now, Bob. I'm just going to have to bite the bullet either way.
So, Paul, I bet that's not how you thought that was going to go, hey?
No, it wasn't. Kirsty. Would you rather discover the chilling realization that you had a twin before birth and absorbed them into yourself, or find out you had a twin at birth, but you don't find out about their existence until adulthood when you find them living in the attic, neglected?
I mean, finding out that I've like eaten my own twin in utero is one of my dreams. So, because we were talking before about like icebreakers at a work do. And it's like, tell us something about yourself. I would love to say, I subsumed my own twin in utero, and like their teeth were removed from my ribcage.
You've got like one of them Total Recall babies on your chest, like, open your mouth.
Yeah, you just roll that out at parties, don't you, if you want to leave?
It always comes down to social anxiety with you, Kirsten.
There was a shirt on T-shirt hell you could get for babies that said, "I ate my twin."
Yeah, that's a really good. I was worried that I'd have to think about that one, but no. Eat the twin. Eat the twin.
My younger brothers are twins and they hate each other and like fight all the time and they're like identical twins. It's like, how can you have to be so much of an arsehole that like your exact copy is sure that you just hate them. It's just like a live action punch in the mirror.
I played in two bands, and one of them I play with the drummer and the other guitarist are identical twins. And the other band I play in, the bass player is an identical twin as well. It's crazy.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, they really
everywhere.
are.
It used to be like IVF, isn't it? Because they're everywhere now.
Yeah, it's like there's no weak one. They're both weak because one didn't eat the other one, right? They're both losers.
Both losers.
I'm going to put that. Paul, our sisters are also twins, but they're not identical. But they're going to be 21 in November, and I feel like just writing in both their birthday cards, "You're both weak."
It's been a running joke with two of our, like, I have two friends who are identical twins who do actually not look exactly the same. But, like, someone wrote on their, like, Facebook pages years ago, like, the opposite names and said, "You're the best twin, don't tell Nathan." Or, like, don't tell, I can't even remember what the other one's called. So, you know, sorry, he's not listening to this.
Nathan's listening.
Yeah. But, like, now everyone does it. Does get some like mixed up in the thing, but you know, oh god, identical twins, so the same, so different, so weird.
It is.
Paul, are you going to do one?
Yeah. Be chased by the headless horseman who steals heads in an attempt to replace his own, or be hunted by a body snatcher who wants to remove your consciousness and use your husk of a body, left over for experiments.
Say that again. Can you say that again? Sorry. I lost track of that.
Yeah. So, be chased by the headless horseman who steals heads in an attempt to replace his own, or be hunted by a body snatcher who wants to remove your consciousness and use your husk of a body left over for experiments.
It's excellent wordetry.
Cromulent use of words. I'm going to be honest, at the age of 42, yeah, you can have my body, that's fine. Good.
Take it.
It's actually the age you can stop giving a fuck about anything. 42, this is where you start turning into Clint Eastwood, "Get off my lawn," just so you know.
Well, it appears another Halloween is upon us.
Spooky.
Plans this year?
Normally, I would be sat in my house all night answering the doors to trick-or-treaters because I really love to do that. Lewis, not so keen. But I would have like, "Oh, another knock on the door." And he's like, "For fuck's sake." But this year
Could we say lurking in your
Halloween.
house? It sounded more like you were lurking in your house last time you described it.
Well, I sat on the stairs for a bit, like, yeah, because
I was breathing heavily, looking through the letterbox.
it was getting before they even like knock on the door. I'm like, "Hello, children." I was waiting for you. Yeah, I kind of sat on the stairs for a bit last year, just kind of like waiting for them because I kept going in and out of the living room and pausing the TV, and it was annoying everyone. So I was like, "I'll just sit on the stairs then and wait for them to come to the door." But this year we have a vinyl night with our cousins and our friends every now and then where we just all go around and we have like categories of what records we're going to play. So it might be like, I don't know, a song that reminds you of school or something like that. And we've got sort of take it in turns and we listen to the records and then we play. We drink and, you know, eat and stuff. And we're doing a Halloween themed one this year. So we're all so it's like a song.
Did you all just play your favourite spooky sounds compilations?
We just put the Halloween atmosphere CD on for 4 hours and then just drink.
Just like a sound of owls. Like,
So the categories are things like, a song related to your costume, or it could be a song with the word ghost or devil in it, or something like that, or like so that we have these categories and we go down. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and we're gonna. My costume is going to be. I'm going as Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service, and Kiki is going to be the little cat that she has.
That was confusing when you said that because your dog's
I
called
know.
Kiki.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be, I was like, oh, she needs to be Kiki. And then I was like, she's not going to wear.
I'm me?
Yeah. Like, she's not going to wear the whole costume. She's only, I reckon I could get like a bow tie on her. So she could be the cat, the little black cat, and I will just be Kiki because it's
every
so
time you
easier.
explain what your costume is to everyone, the dog's just going to be like, oh.
Kiki, blah, 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 Kiki,
what are we
blah, blah,
delivering
Kiki.
today? What's going on?
So that's what we're doing. I don't know. I'm yet to. I did say to Lewis, like, "Are you going to have a costume?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll come up with something." I think I did get him, which I don't really trust. He does have a set of chef's whites, right? And what I got him for,
I can't wait.
I'll come up with something on the day that is like not a costume. And I was just like, no, you've got to make it up. But he's got a set of chef's whites, which he had for a job where he was not a chef. He was supporting someone who was a chef. And I was like, okay, you've still got your chef's whites. And one of his fake presents that I got him when I got him the PS5 was a Ratatouille headband. So you put it on your hair and you clip, and it's got the rat from Ratatouille on the top. And you can clip your hair into it like he's controlling you. So I've got... so he might
That's come together really well.
It has come together really well. So I was like... That was one of the fake presents I got him when I actually got him a PS5. And his face was getting slowly more and more upset the more he's opening the absolute shit that I bought him.
Like 7 pairs of socks and a key ring.
Yeah, it was like a key ring, a PlayStation glass. I did leave some hints in it as if thinking, oh, he might twig that I've actually got him the PS5 that I said I definitely wasn't going to get him. And I just saw him get to the bottom of the bag and just sort of like, you know, his poor little face, he was crushed.
Especially when you start demonstrating the use of the Ratatouille.
Yeah, look what you can do with this. And he's like, uh-huh. And then I'd written in a Christmas card, like, because he'd said, every time I asked him, what do you want for Christmas? I was like, tell Father Christmas what you want for Christmas. And he's like, I want a PS5 or I'm going to kill myself. And I was like, oh. So I wrote in the card, like, Dear Lewis, a deal's a deal. Go and look in the big bag under the tree. Don't kill yourself.
Lewis is a grown man, right?
Like you should have got in like a box for like a Sony poly station.
No, I couldn't do. I had so many versions of like, how cruel can I be before I just ruined Christmas? And it doesn't really.
So just for those of you playing at home, there is a Ratatouille PlayStation game.
Hey!
Oh yeah, I should have just got that, shouldn't I? Yeah. So that's what my Halloween plans are. I was trying to convince Lewis to be festive for an evening.
Jed?
I'm working till 8 p.m. on actual Halloween. So.
No.
Oh.
That's the real horror.
Yeah, we didn't want literal horror.
I might treat myself to like an extra cup of tea, you know,
Whoa.
for the festivities.
2 sugars. It's Halloween.
Full cream. Yeah.
I normally take 2, so I'll probably just like up it to about 5. Have a party. But now we live on an estate, so it's just making sure that nobody sets the bins on fire.
Bin watchman.
I know.
Bin watchman
I've gone from fire setter to fire watcher. Like, one day it'll happen to you too if you're listening at home. might put a couple of vapes out for the kids or something. You know what I mean?
Could you do us a favour, Jen? Could you live stream your shift? I'm just watching out for no fires. Just live stream it for us.
It's not even funny. There's just like there's every year something happens. They've been setting off fireworks already. There's just like people around the estate have actually gone all out. There's loads of like houses that have loads of decorations out. the amount of times I walk past the house with the dog and he's just like completely shit one up over like the decorations outside. It's like skeletons, but it's been windy, so like you were walking around the corner and there's just like a flying skeleton like outside someone's front door, and the dog's just like stopped dead.
Oh.
I thought he'd love it. It's just all bones.
It's like it's actually a really good one where there's like there's a really good lawn decoration where it's like a pair of hands just like coming up out of the ground and like they move, go. Oh.
That's cool.
Well, that's yeah. I would go out on Halloween to somewhere, but I am banned from going out because the last time we recorded, as the episode hasn't aired yet. For anyone listening, but yeah, I was horrendously drunk, injured my leg, and I couldn't do a week in horror on the last one because I was about to be sick.
Truth.
Yeah, so I have to take it easy. So now I'm just going to watch a bin. Anytime anyone comes near it with a lighter or a torch, I'm just going to be like tapping on the window, like, "Hey, hey, back it up, son." You see the pumpkin, take a mini Snickers and fuck off.
Bob?
Oh dear.
I'm working till 5:30 on Friday, but I've got my kids for Halloween this year. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, that's the real horror. No, kids are hilarious. No, you know what? It just reminded me. There was a couple of. It wasn't last year. Obviously, it was. I think it was a year before. My kids wanted to do trick or treating so bad, and they got this. I think they ended up with like influenza A or something. They were so sick on Halloween. The poor little things, and they missed out. All of their wiener friends got to do trick or treating and stuff, and they were stuck at home. They were sick. So the following Friday, I had them. I raced home from work early, and I set up my apartment complex where I parked my car all the way through up into my apartment, and then throughout the apartment I set up like signs with skulls and things on them saying beware and stuff, and I kind of made their own little sort of Halloween thing for them.
Aww.
And made a little path, a little path of lollies for them to follow and chase and collect and stuff. So they had something at least, it just, yeah. So I've got to up that. So I'll probably take them trick-or-treating. That's my Halloween this year.
What are the odds of getting sick at Halloween? 100 to 1.
What about you, Paul? What are you doing?
Well, yeah, I have to spend it with my kids as well. I've been sentenced to that hell. We're going to. So I think it was year before last. Maybe it was last year. At some point, not on Halloween because I was away with work, but we did. It's a local. It's a zoo. They call it the Wildlife Sanctuary, but it's a zoo, really. It's all Australian animals. But it's funny, they say it's all Australian animals. I'm like, well, what's that? That's a Canada goose. I'm like, well, and so on throughout the zoo. But it can't be. So they do this thing called Fantuary instead of Sanctuary, where, like, I think I covered it last time, but basically everyone gets dressed up. The train through the zoo becomes a ghost train. All the staff get dressed up and they really go all out, do funny little characters, and they really make it awesome. And they put all the little Halloween decorations in all the animal enclosures. So they put like little tombstones and skulls and web stuff inside the enclosures, which I'm sure the animals don't particularly enjoy, especially not toxic decorations. But it just makes it really cool. They dress the whole zoo up and all the enclosures are done like that. They have massive events on there. Like they had this a fire guys, not firemen. The pyro dudes. Pyro dudes. And he was dressed as a devil and he was doing all these like fire whips and tricks with like fire and whatever. So like every section of the zoo you get to, there's some big event on like that going on, which is awesome. And there are tons of food stands with like tacos and beer and cocktails and all that sort of stuff as well. So that was really good. So we're doing that again this year. And we're got ordered some family costumes off Temu. So we're going as the Flintstones.
Nice.
Well, actually, the Flintstones plus Bam Bam, who's Barney Rubble's kid.
Oh, right, yeah.
But they sell him as a family set. I'm like, well, he's not in the family.
Yeah.
What are we to believe here? Where are his parents? Anyway.
They're babysitting him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
While
Okay.
Betty and Barney are chilling, doing something else.
And then be pretty simple. Come home. The kids will go to bed as soon as possible. There'll be no nonsense, no messing around. This is my holiday. Everyone knows. And I'll just sit in front of the TV with beer and snacks. So I've got Halloween, VHS Halloween. I've got teed up, the new one. And then I'm still tossing up between a few movies for like the second and maybe third. I don't know. I might go a third. It is a Friday. And the other thing I want to do is keep an eye on a co-worker's Halloween venture. So I thought he was super into Halloween. And I was like, oh, great. We're going to get on like a house on fire. That'll be funny in a minute. Remember that comment. But he also does it for Christmas. He does all the massive lights. You know, people go all out for Halloween, and they do the same for Christmas. They get on the news and everything. That's him. He does all that. He gets interviewed by the local news and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, he showed us what it was, and this is in early August. He's already started construction of this. And here I am, having been to these, impressive Halloween houses before. They've got all the stuff set up in the front garden. Usually, you don't typically go in the house or anything like that. And they've got all of the big animatronic things, and they've got all these lights and all sensors and motion sensors and things like that. And it's awesome. They do a really good job. And that's what I was expecting. And then he showed us his photos, and he has built a complete other building in front of his house that's out of pallets. That is dressed up to be like an insane asylum. I can't remember exactly what he called it. And it's got all this like black plastic all around the outside. And he's painted it all and put all the signs up and stuff. Like he's built an actual building.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. And then I just had this little burning thing in my head, which was like, hang on a minute. But people and their families are going to be walking through this pallet wood building, and he does the same job as me, but I don't think he's ever worked in construction though. And I'm just thinking, I could be wrong, but I just never had him pegged as a sort of guy who had a past working in like commercial building sites. And I was like, okay, do you need like public liability insurance and stuff for that though? And he was like, no. Well, don't have it.
Oh, God.
I'm like,
God.
Okay. And then one of the other guys on the call, one of the other engineers said, does the council know about this? Do you have to get approvals and licenses to do this sort of thing? And his response was, well, they've seen it. They know it's there. They've been to my house. And I'm like, huh. So it could be 100% look, he's done it before. He does it every year. It's always a big show. He gets on the news and everything. So I'm sure it's all above board, like he knows what he's doing, and it's going to be a great thing. But there will be a lot of families being led through this. It's a Halloween death trap, really. I know he's done it before. Like I said, I'm sure it'll be fantastic and it's great, and it'll get on the news, and we'll be talking about this again next year. But I'd be real wary taking my kids through it. It's all I'm saying.
Paul, do you know what you are? You're the villain in a family movie about some dad who just loves his kids. That's who you are. You're like in Deck the Halls, where it's like, oh, that's too many lights to have on your tree. Like, I'm going to call the council. Like,
this community centre will be shut down.
You're the dad that wants to stop the kids dancing in Footloose.
Yeah, that's who you are, Paul. You live long enough to see yourself become the villain in a kid's film.
Well, funny, I'll be the villain. I won't have any blood on my hands.
That is such a great line for someone to say. That you're like it's like what's his name in Small Soldiers. You're a bit like that guy. The dad played by the guy who does the voice of Troy McClure. You're him.
Phil Hartman.
Yeah, you're Phil Hartman in Small Soldiers.
In Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, you're the guy in Jingle All the Way.
Hey, hang on. This is a Halloween episode of a horror podcast. The only booze I want to hear are ghost booze. I did buy a $15 pumpkin today. It's the only time of year you can pay $15 for a fucking pumpkin.
Far out.
But it's got a Halloween sticker on it, so I guess.
My Facebook, being the age I am, my Facebook, I don't even use it anymore. I just have to keep it for certain people who don't have any other method of getting in touch with me. But all it is just people with their kids in a fucking pumpkin patch. Like, look, she sat next to a pumpkin. This only cost us 70 quid to achieve. It's like, right.
I didn't even know that's not where they grow the pumpkins. Someone just like goes and just like
No,
puts
they
them out in a
just stick 'em on
field
the
for people to
ground.
like pick up.
That's right.
That's not where the pumpkins come from. I've been lied to by this Halloween
It's a pumpkin
scheme.
tree.
Have you not seen the movie Cobweb?
Feels lived in this, flashback to like series one. If you've never been out in this country, I've lived here obviously for 46 years nearly. And never once have we driven past a field. There's the old pumpkin field where they grow the pumpkins we eat so many of in this country. Nah, it's just a field. They go and buy the pumpkins somewhere else and stick them there and then charge fucking idiots with Instagram accounts to come and like sit your baby on this pumpkin. All of you will hate all of this the whole time. And I also enjoy on like all over Instagram at the moment is like, my girlfriend wants to go to a pumpkin patch for a romantic date, and I think it's fucking stupid. How do I dissuade her from doing it? It is fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. It's like, go to look at a pumpkin patch, drive a fucking hour away to go and stand in a field and just be charged.
Nothing spells romance like pumpkin fields, hey? Where do you propose? Yeah, in a pumpkin patch, yeah.
You also get all the knockoff like Farmageddon, like the regional Farmageddon type things where it's like every like random warehouse or like slightly spooky place has now got like a Halloween themed event. It's just like a bunch of drama students with like some bandages on, like jumping out from doors going, oh!
I have crippling anxiety.
That's what every student like is doing at our place. They do it. So I teach at the arts centre, so there's like loads of drama students, and we have this problem every fucking year. Is students going, I can't come in for like 2 weeks because I'm working at Farmageddon or Newsham Park Scream Factory or whatever it's called. And it's like, yeah, but you've got a deadline on your assignment and you need to be in. And they're like, no, see you in 2 weeks. Like, what? Okay. But they just leave for 2 weeks. And the place, that's where every single year this happens. So they're getting paid to do it. And it's like, obviously, so we can't really do much about it. It's like the place is deserted for a few weeks.
They get paid in pumpkins.
They're all dressed
Can't
as
sell
like
these after
clowns.
Halloween.
Was that Simpsons episode where Homer is invested in pumpkins?
His pumpkin futures.
Christmas, yeah.
I told you you're going to sell it before Halloween, before. I think they're going to peak right around January.
Yeah.
I think it's only really associated with Halloween because that's the only time you can get rid of them. They were like, we need to get rid of these pumpkins quickly. Let's figure out what sort of holiday they're around autumn so we can get rid of them. It kind of looks like a face if you poke some eyes out.
It is easier than carving a turnip, which is what my mum used to do every year.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, that's what we used to do in this country. You used to carve a turnip, and turnips are rock fucking hard. And so she'd be like sawing the fuck out of this thing. It doesn't even scoop. It's not even something you could like scoop it out of the middle. Like if you drop a pumpkin hard enough, it'll explode because it's sort of thin and full of seeds. If you drop a turnip, it just kills someone. It's like
Cracks the
takes
tiles.
a dent out of the car. And every year she'd like, I'm going to make a jack-o'-lantern out of this turnip, and she'd spend hours carving. It's not even a carve. Like,
where's that coping saw, kids?
She's not going to be told by Big Pumpkin what to do.
Well, you just couldn't get a pumpkin.
This is our poor upbringing. We could only get turnips because of the war.
You couldn't buy a pumpkin. This is what I mean about like this fake thing of, oh yeah, we grow so many pumpkins. Oh really? How come we didn't grow a single pumpkin in this country in the 80s or 90s? And then suddenly in the 2000s we became pumpkin central around this time of year. Like, what's happened?
Now you sound like the villain in a Halloween movie. I did remember the Halloween. I think it was a Halloween when we first started this podcast. I think maybe the first episode. And I tried to get a pumpkin like on Halloween morning, I think it was. I was out with Finn, who had already terrified by like screaming and shouting and just being in a general rage. I ended up just getting a Japanese pumpkin, and that was the same. It was like practically solid all the way through. There wasn't like a mushy center or anything. So I ended up just like, it took me so long to just carve the top off, which is just solid all the way through, like it's made of wood. And then I ended up just getting a scalpel and just cutting like the skin off it, because it was orange underneath and the skin was grey. So I just cut the skin off and did like a Jet Skellington looking thing carved out of it.
You're basically doing scrimshaw on a pumpkin, right?
No one appreciated it. Because, of course, if it's not hollow, you can't put a candle inside it. And when it goes dark, when the kids come around, no one can see it. There's a black, ominous sphere perched atop the gate.
You just got a vegetable on your step. Like, I like the idea of you going to every shop's like, listen, mate, it's 6 p.m. on Halloween. You're in Gourd Town now. We've got
I would love to have been there and seen your face about 20 minutes into the job. Like, what the fuck am I doing?
Some kid in Cole's trying to sell me an unusually large melon or something. Look, kid.
It's like going past a card shop on like February 13th, and you just see like an entire street full of like middle-aged men just like queuing up to get the same card. All right,
you're appealing. Let's never split.
Choose you.
I love my favourite, I share it every year, is the one with someone had changed the Let's Be Friends, and they put Tobias on it, Let's VB Friends, and put the VB like the Let's VB Friends.
Oh. Laura's getting a bit sick of my like vegan themed Valentine's cards.
Okay, what's a vegan themed Valentine's card? What is it? You've piqued my interest now, Jed. What is a vegan themed?
You know what? Technically, it is edible.
Yeah, it's usually various puns on like tofu. Like me and you, tofu together.
Like, I'm so in love with you, that sort of thing, right?
I'm in love with you.
Bob, you've got a bright future here.
I think I have bought so many cards that I have literally used up every single one from a certain Etsy shop. I've had to move on to different places now.
You're on the dark web.
It's been 13 years. You've got all the cards.
It's been 13 years of fun left. We're going to have to break up. I'm going to get myself a meat-eating girlfriend because I've run out of cards.
Although I did get one while ago that had like a little avocado pin, and it was like let's avo cuddle. It's like a little, it's like an avocado. And I was like, yes. It is various vegetable feed. That's the extent of my relationship now.
Well,
it's like
what you get is just like, I carrot love you. What?
One of them was, I love you as much as I love vegan sausage rolls. So the bar is very low.
Oh my God. Can you please share when you find what you're going to get? Can you please share? I have to see what it's going to be. I have to know. Oh my God.
Oh. Halloween,
this year
everyone.
on Valentine's Day, I think I've maybe mentioned this before, but this year on Valentine's Day, just for a laugh, because we don't get each other Valentine's cards or do anything of the kind. But like this year, I was like, Lewis, I want a Valentine's Day card, and he was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "I seriously, I want you to go and get me one. I really, really want one, and I'll be upset if you don't." And and I didn't think he would. And then he got me this card with 2 turtles with a little love heart in between them, and it says, "I turtley love you." And I just had the image of him in the shop.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh my God, just staring. I had this image of him just staring at all the cards, and like there's so many. And of him in card factory, like with this card, like trying to find an assistant going, "Excuse me, will my girlfriend like this?"
Does she like turtles?
I guess she does, yeah. And now every time, you know, when someone tells, like I'm a teacher, so a lot of the time, like teenagers will tell you something which isn't funny and you've got a fake laugh. That's what I think of. I have to think of Lewis in the shop. And then I'm like crying, laughing, going, "Oh, it's hilarious." And they're like, "It's not that funny." I go, "No, I totally love you." And he just wrote it to Kirsty from Lewis.
Like a fucking 60-year-old writing a Christmas card.
You tell me there was at least one backwards R.
What colour was it?
Yeah, what crayon did he write it in? Yeah.
I always sign my cards to Laura with my full name, like Jared. And like even though like no one calls me, like even though she calls me Jed and has done like every day. It's like, why do you always sign your full name? This is a signature. Like, people are affected by identity theft, Laura. It's a serious thing. This is a legal document with my name and signature on it.